Maria is ready, so we shall start. We're going to open up the shoulders and the neck today, and we're going to work at time under tension. We're going to both do dynamic stabilization as well as stretching, dynamic stretching of those areas. But as always, to get there, we have to open up the lower extremities so the energy of the upper extremities have somewhere to go. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's start out with the ball. We're just going to warm up the feet. It's been a while since we did this. We're going to roll out our left foot, and you're going to try to keep your feet parallel, knees over tops of your feet. You're rolling your heel, the lateral aspect of your foot, the ball of your foot, and your toes. You're just getting everything out of there.
Try to keep your legs straight, hinging from the hips.
And your abs on. So that means we're starting from the pelvic floor. First chakra on. Second chakra, your lower abs. Third chakra, your upper abs are all fired up as we lift nice and tall, drawing our shoulder blades down and back. Ooh. Get everything unsore as we roll everything out. Okay, wow, that was some dramatic music.
We didn't get the color thing coordinated today.
Yeah, we did. I got up at 5 or 4:30 this morning to listen to a continuing education. So it was dark. Switch sides. Roll out the other foot. Oh, just notice what things feel like. You switch to the roller side if you want. Mario's not going to, so you can see what's going on. Keep both feet parallel, your abs on, your core on, shoulder blades down and back. Suck that tummy in.
Feet parallel, straight leg, hinging from our hips.
And breathing. Oh. Okay, we're going to switch back to your, what is this, left foot. Your heel goes down as the ball goes underneath the ball of your foot. Both legs are straight, abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're going to take your right foot and you're going to try to get your toes to curve around the ball. This is opening up the anterior arch of your foot, which is very, very related to the signaling to your shoulders. So open up these toes and just feel what it feels like to get your foot to mold over top of the ball, and periodically move your foot forward so you can get more toe action in there. Notice if this is especially painful over certain metatarsal heads. It shouldn't be. It should be the same. Keep your abs engaged. Even though you feel tension in your toes, don't turn off your abs. Move that foot a little bit further. Notice if it's referring pain elsewhere, maybe your shin or even your buttocks. Shouldn't. Should be all localized to your foot. Okay, switch feet. You're going to drop your heel down once again. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to take your left foot and you're going to curl those toes around the ball. What this is doing is deactivating the anterior arch, and that signals the opposite shoulder that your foot is off the ground. So that means your opposite shoulder will turn on to bring your arm forward so you can walk in contralateral pattern. Okay, move that foot forward. Get everything just kind of undone here. And then a little bit more forward. This is Annie's favorite, that's why we're doing it. Keep your abs engaged. Okay, good. There's that. Now you need a block. The block's going to go underneath the ball of your left foot. Your left heel goes down, abs are nice and tight, your feet are parallel, knees are over tops of feet. That may mean you have to turn out your knees. Abs are on, shoulder blades are down and back. We're sucking in our tummies. We're going to start out by pumping our hips forward. This is time under tension, so that means your quads are on, your calves are gone, first, second, third chakras are on, your lats are on, and we're trying to stretch out the gastrocnemius. So that means we're stretching muscles and we're not working joints. So if you feel pain in joints, that means you have to turn some muscles on because we're working muscles, not joints. Okay? Here we go. Hip circles. Try to keep your head still. Head stays in between your feet. You're sucking in your tummy. Try to make it as circular as possible. I know side to side is fun, but this is circular. Suck in that tummy. Go in the opposite direction. Smiles are up. Keep breathing. And then step forward, hips forward, step back, hips back. The old stretch the calf and walking routine. Keep the work out of your low back. If you feel it in your low back, it means you need to tighten your abs. If you feel it in your knee or your ankle, that means you have to tighten something in your legs. You can do opposite hand, opposite foot if you want to, and you get to see that contralateral pattern we were talking about a second ago. Keep your abs engaged. Chest up. And switch sides. Block is under the ball of your right foot. Your right heel is down. Turn your knees out. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. First, second, third chakras on. Pump your hips forward. We're stretching out the left, gastrocnemius. Smiles are up. I am such in a mental daze because I did this workshop at 4:30 a.m. It feels like it's Sunday and it's Saturday. And hip circles, because Maria said so. Suck in that tummy, make sure your hip circles are round and your head's not moving. Suck in that tummy. Opposite direction. Hopefully both microphones are working today. Hopefully the music's working today. Everything's just working out. Suck in that tummy. Okay, now we're going to step forward, hips forward, step back, hips back. Just keep things going. You can use opposite hand, opposite foot. Keep those feet parallel, especially in the rear. Your foot will want to turn out. Don't let it turn out. You can do what Mario's doing and use a roller, or you can do it like I'm doing and just kind of not fall over. Smiles are up. Okay, good. Go ahead, come off the blocks, and this is where we sort of begin the lower half of the body. Feet are parallel, hips width apart. Hips width apart is here's your ASIS, here's your pubic symphysis. Midway in between is actual hips width apart. Once you get in this position, we're now going to push down with your big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head. Outer four toes and corresponding metatarsal heads, especially that pinky toe, and finally your heel. 1/3 the weight's through the ball of your foot, 1/3 the weight is through your toes, and 1/3 the weight is through your heels. Abs are nice and tight. Now, time under tension, quads go on, calves go on, pelvic floor, lower abs, upper abs. Draw your shoulder blades down and back with your lats, get your head over the top of the ball, suck in your tummy, and we're going to do a hip circle again. Feel what it feels like to keep all the muscles that we talked about on as you do this hip circle. You should feel it through your abs as you start creating crisscrosses across your abdomen.
Okay.
Opposite direction. Keep breathing. Okay, we are going to do a forward fold now. Keep your spine straight. Go only as far as you can keep your spine straight. Abs are nice and tight. Feet are on, calves, quads, but you should not feel this in any joint. If you feel it in joints, that means you have to tighten up muscles, keep the work out of your back, and now you can slowly start rounding your spine. Maria will take you through the rest.
Keeping the tripod of your feet grounded to the mat, lifting the arch, pulling the energy through your inner thighs, lifting pelvic floor. Engage your lower abs, bringing the pubic bone closer to your belly button. Suck the belly button to your spine. As you exhale, suck the belly button, bring your upper body closer to your legs. Long neck, keeping the shoulder blades pulled down and back. Relax your calves, your hamstrings. Deep inhale. Exhale, pull that belly button to your spine.
Okay, now bend your knees, put your hands on your knees. We're going in the running recovery position, only we're going to use it to do sit-ups, suck in that tummy and release. Suck in that tummy, release. Time under tension, we're keeping everything on. Your pelvic floor on, your lats on, your abs. You're trying to get your belly button to your spine. Where you don't want the work is in your shoulders or your neck or your jaw. We're not working those parts of our body right now. We're gonna stand all the way up nice and tall.
We're doing 20.
If your blood pressure drops, just go back into that recovery position. Reach up nice and tall as you do circles. Keep breathing. Number is that?
10.
Opposite direction. Really reach, stretch and reach. Activate your abs. Keep your pelvic floor on. Don't just make this the dance move you did when you were in the 3rd grade. Suck in that tummy. And good, good. Bring your arms down. It's funny, this is the time of year we see Christmas pageants and different, seasonal pageants, and we get to see little kids playing trees. And that's the famous tree pose. Okay. The swaying tree pose. Okay, we're going to start out with isometric stretch. We're going to put our hand on the side of our face. Your head is going to try to push over to the right. Your hand's pushing to the left. We're opening up the neck. Just push. It's the isometric thing. Now we're going to add a dynamic piece, which is you flex your chin down, and you flex your head back. You're still pushing. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. First, second, third chakras on. Your toes are activated. I have no idea what number we're on.
6.
I need that. Keep pushing. Good. We're going to switch sides. Your head's going to try to go over to the left. Your hand's preventing it. You're going to push the opposite direction. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. And now we're going to take our head into flexion and extension. You all probably noticed the wonderful haircut I got because I look so fresh and clean. And that is because Maria gave me a haircut. She's an awesome hairstylist. I am so lucky. Or as she said while she was cutting my hair, how can I stand being around someone so multi-talented? Is that 10?
10.
Okay, good. Now, you're going to try to rotate your head to the left. Or that's right, to the right. And you're going to counter it to your left. You're going to push against your forehead. This is the oh my goodness gracious pose. Abs are nice and tight. Your head's rotating. Your hand's pushing. And same thing. Flexion and extension. Keep your abs engaged. Look all the body language you're recovering. Like, oh my God. Keep breathing. Okay, good. We're going to try to rotate our head over to the left. We're going to put our left hand against our forehead in that oh my goodness gracious position. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. You're countering it as you go flexion and extension. Why are we doing this? Because we're opening up the neck. Because the neck is supposed to move independent of the shoulders. When the shoulders start getting tight and it starts telling the neck what to do, all sorts of things go wrong. Your balance goes wrong. Since the vagus nerve goes through your neck, into your organs, digestion goes wrong, shoulder balance goes off, body balance, and all sorts of other things go wrong. Okay, we just did it isometrically. We're going to do it now, actually do it. Head goes over to your right, abs are nice and tight, you're just going to flex forward and back. Sucking your tummy. Don't turn off your abs just because you feel tension in your shoulders and neck. So this reminds me of a song from the Smashing Pumpkins. Okay, other side. I think that's the name of the song. Same thing, you're stretching it out dynamically, you're creating a lean, you're opening up your shoulder. Try to keep your lats on, everything's on, your legs are on. We're not applying a pressure to this because we don't want you to take you more than your neck and manage, especially since we're just warming up. Okay, now rotate up your head over to the right. Abs are nice and tight. This is really important, otherwise you'll get dizzy. You're going to go forward and backwards. Go slowly. If you do get dizzy, just undo your head. Now, if you do get dizzy, you might want to seek medical help. The vertebral artery is somehow being compromised. Or you got some inner thing going on.
Last one.
And now turn your head over to the left. Tip your head back, bring it down forward. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Jaws relaxed. Remember? Good. Now we're going to do a little bit of our funky shoulder stuff that we've been doing. You're going to create a force that's driving that direction. And you're going to counter it with the opposite hand and pull this way as we create a dynamic situation here where we create an upper body ring of energy. You're going to tighten your abs, slightly bend your knees, suck in your tummy, rip apart, and you're going to lift and lower. This is a strengthening stretch, so it's an isometric stretch in one plane. It's dynamic in another. So keep your abs engaged, so it still is a stretch of your shoulder. Suck in your tummy. Keep that upper ring going on as we now take it into a circle. Again, this is where golfers struggle because they feel they want to take the work and bend the arms and close off the upper ring and not use their abs, but what you're really supposed to do is keep an upper ring and move from your abs and your hips. Opposite direction. Keep breathing. Keep that tension on. Just because you could just move your arms and do this super easy, we don't want you to do it. We want you to use muscles because this is working muscles and not joints. Okay, good. Let's do the other side. You're going to grab a hold of your wrist. This arm's going to go down. This one's going to pull up, rip, and then we're going to go up and down. Abs are nice and tight. No crunching or poppy, grinding. You're stabilizing muscles to stabilize the joint. Yes, the joint moves, but the work is happening through muscles, not through joints or joint capsules. Abs are engaged. Legs are alive. Feet are alive. Okay, and here we go. We're doing our circles. And for those who've been doing this for about a week now, since we started it last week, you should notice how much your arms have changed in a very short amount of time in appearance. Is that 5?
5.
Okay, opposite direction. Keep ripping apart. Because my arms have changed, and I promise you I haven't lifted any weights. Okay, shake out those arms. We're going to do it back behind us now. You're going to take your, what is this? This is your right arm back behind you. You're going to hold with your opposite hand, so this arm's going this way, this one's pulling this way. You're going to separate, your abs are engaged, and you're going to go away and towards, away and towards. Keep your abs engaged as you do this. I know your tummy's going to want to come out. Keep your head over the top of your body as you do this motion. Maria's starting to get warm, so she opened up some doors. gonna do the opposite side. We're gonna take that left arm, we're gonna open up this way, and we're gonna take the right hand and resist it. And you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna move it away. Keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy. See how my tummy wanted to come out? I'm not gonna let it. Because it's Momona season. We're only gonna call my bank account Momona now, and not my tummy.
10.
Okay, good. We're gonna come back forward. You're gonna put your hands together. We're gonna do the old-fashioned isometric squeeze, only we're gonna take it dynamic. Abs are nice and tight, and we're gonna take it up over our top of your head and back down. Your elbows don't bend. We're keeping that upper ring going on. Keep squeezing like there's a credit card in between your hands and someone's trying to yank it out by a string. Draw your shoulder blades down and back, suck in your tummy. Keep breathing.
5.
Okay, now we're gonna do circles. Back in college, we had this terrible game we used to play. You put your hands like this as someone's trying to slap your hands as hard as they can.
Opposite direction.
I was really good at it because I have giant palms and tiny little fingers. Keep breathing, keep your abs engaged. Okay, now we're gonna pose that. You're gonna interlock your fingers and you're gonna try to take your hands apart. Rip it apart, chest goes up, abs are nice and tight. Don't bend your elbows. Lift up, lower down. So your beginning volleyball player tries to do this, and that's a disaster because that sends a ball up in the air back behind your head. Volleyball, you lift from your legs.
5.
Right on. Now we're going to keep pulling apart as we move around. This is where it's going to apply to golf. You have your upper ring going on, your abs are engaged, you're moving from your abs and your hips. Opposite direction. I got nervous. Again, you should notice the tone of your arms have changed in less than a week.
5.
Okay, good. Just relax those arms up. We're gonna do it behind us. This is much harder. You're gonna take those hands and you're gonna interlock the palms of your hands behind you. Abs are engaged. You're gonna keep pressing your palms together and you're gonna move those hands away from you. Hands away, hands away, hands away. Keep your abs engaged. Keep those palms together. This is hard. So don't be disappointed if it feels like you're only touching your fingertips.
10.
Okay, good. Now you're going to interlock your fingers back behind you. Same thing. You're going to suck in your tummy and move away. Keep your head over top of your body. This is helping you with good posture too, which is amazing. Okay, I avoided it.
9. 10.
Okay, we're going to do quick little circles, keeping your fingers engaged, which means we got to do it with our palms pressing together, which really sucks. Was that 5?
5.
Opposite direction. Okay, good. Now you're going to push your palms together back behind you. Oh, this is hard. And you're going to move around. Oh, you're going to feel very weird. You're going to work muscles you haven't used in this position before.
5.
Opposite direction. Suck in that tummy. Good thing is it causes you to kick on your abs.
5.
Okay, shake out those arms, which should be tired, but you should feel like your arms are really active. What are we doing next? Oh yes, okay, so that was the equivalent of all the weird stuff we did on the head, and then we took it into dynamic. Now we're gonna go into dynamic stretch of the shoulder. You will need your strap for this part. We're gonna do this on our feet. Mari's gonna keep that clanking buckle away from the microphone, unlike last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're gonna take the strap into your left hand and put it over the top of your head, like a drinking game. Okay, palm goes forward. You're gonna hoist, pull down your arm. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking your tummy, and then you're gonna do circles above your head with that elbow. Keep breathing, keep sucking in your tummies. Okay. Just feel what it feels like to stretch. This is opening up your tricep and your latissimus dorsi. Okay, now you're going to take the strap and you're going to reverse your hand grip. So your knuckles are facing forward. Now you're going to pull that arm back behind you. Because of everything we did, this should feel a whole lot looser. Okay, and here we go. We're going to move the head and neck around. Keep your abs engaged, keep your lats on. If it feels scary in the joint, that means you have to tighten something up to make it feel stable. Since this one's a little more intense, we're going to hold it a little longer as we do forward fold. Straight spine, abs nice and tight, and come back up. We're just going to go back and forth. Sucking that tummy. Keep breathing. Don't round your spine. Moving in. She's talking to you guys. 5. Okay, go ahead, release that arm, give it a shake out. You're gonna take the strap in your right hand, goes over the top of your head. You're gonna reach back behind you, grab that strap, pull it down until your elbows as close to over your head as you can, abs are nice and tight, and you're gonna move around. I just love that this shirt keeps riding up. Keep breathing. Opposite direction. Okay, flip those knuckles around so your left knuckles are facing forward. As you now pull that strap, bring that arm back behind you, and you're going to move your head. Everybody's got a tighter side. Okay. Opposite direction. Same thing, if you hear excessive crunching and grinding, tighten something up, prevent it. Okay, keep your arm back behind you, flex forward, and then come back up. Sucking that tummy, time under tension. Notice if one side was more painful than the other, or tighter, or easier. Sucking that tummy. Very good. We're gonna release that strap. That's a goodbye to it for now. Shake out your arms. You should feel some opening happening in your arms that you didn't expect. You should feel a greater range of motion in your neck than you thought you might have. Starting, okay, fine. Maria's gonna roll up her strap and make me feel like I'm a mess, so I'm gonna roll up my strap too. But as you do, I want you guys to move your head and neck around. That's what we went after, because we're trying to disconnect the relationship between the shoulders, or the inappropriate relationship between your neck and your shoulders. Your neck should be free to move and your shoulders should be free to do what they want to do. So if they tighten up, it should not tighten up your neck. Okay? Keep breathing. We're going to just move the shoulders around a little bit, see how things feel. As we now work our way to the ground, you're going to put your left knee on the block, right foot forward. Abs are nice and tight. So we got to open up the rectus femoris, which is this big muscle here, one of the quad muscles. But it's also a hip flexor, knee extensor. So we're going to work it. Abs go on, sucking that tummy, and then you're just going to move your hips side to side. There's certain stretches you see us do a lot because these are muscle groups that tighten up really quickly, and when they do, it creates all sorts of mechanical problems. That's why we repeat them. Keep your head over the top of your knee, the block while your abs are engaged. As we always talk about, if your abs shut off, you'll end up doing the peanuts dance, and this is the right time of year to do it, but we don't want to see you guys doing it right now, because this is an ab engaged sort of situation, so no peanuts dancing. Smiles are up. Okay, reach back with your right hand, grab your left foot. If you're not flexible enough, use that strap we just used a second ago, and you're gonna push your hips forward, even more. Now pull your heel closer to your butt, chest goes up nice and tall, you're gonna rotate to the right. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking your tummy, hips go side to side. Whatever stretch you see Mario doing it, I'm actually doing it deeper. You cannot tell because I'm coming at you, but I'm way deeper because I'm flexible.
Okay.
Okay, bring your butt back to your heel. So see what Mario's doing? We're just gonna hold that for a few seconds. That's gonna get more of your quads, the rest of the quads, the other 3 quads. 3 of the 4, okay? And then we're gonna release that leg. You're gonna straighten your front leg, take it across the midline, and you're gonna stretch forward, grab your toes. On this one, it's all about your abs. So tighten your abs. You should feel no pressure in your low back, nothing in your spine, nothing in your knee, it should be in your hamstring and your calf. Time under tension, we're working muscles and not joints. Suck in that tummy, try to get your navel to your spine. Okay, good. Come back up again. We switch sides. Ha! We're in the kneeling position again. I'm gonna just move over a tiny bit so you can see. Abs are nice and tight, heads over the top of the block, side to side. We don't want any side motion of your head, it's all in the hips. This is how you hit that golf ball accurately. Your head stays still and your hips move. Step forward, lunge forward, abs are nice and tight. Don't let pressure go into your low back as you go side to side again. So, when you're playing golf and you miss the ball, that's because you took your eye off the ball. And chances are you took your head off the top of the ball. Take your left hand, grab a hold of that right foot. Pull your heel to your butt as you move your knee forward. Rotate to your left. Hips go side to side. Smiles are up. Every time I get my hair cut, I realize I have a beautiful forehead. I have a beautiful forehead. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, bring your butt to your heel. You're going to straighten your left leg a little bit. Suck in your tummy though. Don't turn anything off. And then release that leg back behind you. You're going to straighten your left leg, take it across midline. Smiles are up. And you're gonna lean forward, stretch. We're stretching muscles and not joints. That means you should not feel it in your knee or your low back, neck or your shoulders. If you do, tighten up your core muscles, quad muscles, hamstrings, calves, whatever it takes. So it's not in a joint and you're just doing a stretch. Okay. Oh. Okay, we're gonna come off the block into kneeling. Okay, we're going to stretch out your quads as usual, but we're also going to get the feet while we're doing it. We're going to lean back, pop a wheelie. Your toes are pointed. Now you're going to suck in your tummy and then relax. These are sit-ups. Suck in your tummy and relax. Suck in your tummy, relax. Keep breathing. Okay, you're going to curl your toes under, push your hips back. So if you feel excessive pressure in your metatarsal heads, that means your heels need to go back further. So you stretch out your plantar fascia and your Achilles tendon into your calf muscle. We're going to lean back once again, and we're going to do sit-ups, sucking in that tummy. So typically during Christmas time, this time of year, I'm kind of a Grinch. And yesterday, Maria took me out and made it into a really fun time as we bought stuff to go to a pajama party. We got these really cheap looking pajamas.
Okay.
And we're gonna point those toes again. And we're gonna lean back again. We got these really cheap looking pajamas and that look really tacky, but it made it such a fun event. Although I did accidentally buy a polo scarf that was rather expensive that I hadn't planned on.
Okay.
But I thought it looked tacky. Had I known it was polo, I now know that it's fashion. Lean back, same thing, suck in your tummy, make those abs go away. Keep breathing. Smiles are up.
Okay.
Oh, smelly smokes. Did I hit record? Len was recording. It was recording.
Hooray.
Hooray. Oh. Okay, we're going to sit momentarily and just stretch. We have been stretching muscles, so that means your muscles are warmed up. So I want you to feel your legs should be warmer, and then as you go down to your knees should feel cooler because they haven't been doing the work. They may have been bending, but they didn't do work. So we're actually physically going to warm up your knees. Just put your hands on your knees and just warm them up. You can massage them. They do work for you all day long. They're the biggest joint in the body. There is no joint bigger than your knee joint. But the knee joint is supposed to only do one thing. It's only supposed to flex and extend. When it starts doing something else, which it can for a while, bad things start happening over time. So we want to make sure the knees only flex and extend. Okay, keep breathing. We're doing shoulders today, keep forgetting, but we're going to do some lower body stuff. We're going to slide off this, and you're going to put your, right leg down. And you're going to stack your left leg on top of it. This is called fire log position. Abs are nice and tight, your toes are up. Suck in your tummy. If you have short arms like I do and you can't reach the ground, you can use your blocks to hold you up. Try to get that leg down. The hips have to be open in order to open up the shoulders. That's why we're doing this. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummies even more. And we're going to do sit-ups as you suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy, release. Just continue. What did your t-shirt say that you got?
Okay.
Okay. You're going to take your legs out in front of you and give them out a shake. What did your shirt say?
Namaste.
Oh, namaste. That's what it was. Instead of namaste, it's namaste. Okay, drop this leg down. Take your, what is this? Right leg on top. You can use your blocks. Chest goes up. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to do sit-ups. Suck in that tummy. Release. Suck it in. Release. Suck it in. Release. As you see, my stomach barely moves because my abs are always on. Keep breathing. Just feel the stretch. It's an unusual stretch on both sides. And we have to get that periodically. Jog out your legs. Feel what it feels like as you now reach down, grab your toes. Suck in your tummy. No pressure in your low back because you're tightening your abs, your lats, your quads, your hamstrings. Just feel what it feels like to grab your toes. Okay. We're going to take the ball now. We have not done this in a long time, but we're going to do it. You can move your blocks off to the side, you don't need them momentarily. We're going to put the ball underneath your left butt cheek as you cross your left ankle over the top of your right knee, and you're going to roll out your butt. This is opening up your glute max piriformis complex. This can get quite sore if you clench your butt all day long, especially if you go to lift up something heavy and you're clenching your butt. Uh-oh, okay, microphone's okay. Go in the opposite direction. Okay, Okay, now we're gonna deepen everything. You're gonna grab your ankle and you're gonna pull it down, 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 down. Abs are engaged, you're sucking in your tummy. You can reach across with your right hand, pull your knee to your chest, and you're gonna roll on top of that ball. Suck in that tummy, or you go flying off the ball. Go in the opposite direction. So we have been watching this TV series called Hawkeye. It's on Marvel TV, on Disney Plus. And good. Go ahead, switch sides. And it's starting to get way more intense. If you're watching it, you know what we're talking about. I had dreams of being in New York City all last night.
Opposite direction.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking. Suck in that tummy, don't let your abs shut off. Okay. Grab that ankle, pull it in deeper because Mario said so. Reach across with your left hand, pull your knee to your chest, roll it out.
Opposite direction.
Opposite direction we're going. Feel what it feels like to have all the fibers in your butt individually stretched. Okay, good. We're gonna come off the ball for a second. I'm gonna move my microphone real quickly. You're gonna put the ball in the small of your back. So we've done a lot in flexion, so we're gonna extend the spine. We're just gonna rock from side to side. If this feels excessively painful, chances are you turned off your abs and you've lost some extension. So keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy, rock from side to side. Okay, good. Gently come off of the ball. Just lay flat back against the ground. See what the ground feels like. Okay. We are going to sit up and put the roller behind us. It's going to go low on your left side. It's almost going in your pocket. It's going high on the right. And what you're going to do is lean back, and it's going to cut across your body. Your head will be on the roller. Your left shoulder is going to be on the roller. Your left arm is going to go above your head. Your right arm and right shoulder are down. Your butt's down. So the only thing that's up on the roller is your head and your left shoulder. And you're going to move your left arm above your head. And we're doing range of motion of your shoulder. Again, we want things to stabilize so there's no crunching, grinding, or clicking. So you may have to tighten your abs up or your lat up in order to get those crunches and grinding to stop. Periodically go in the opposite direction. We are going to open up the shoulder. You can do big circles, small circles, high over your head circles, which one I would recommend focusing on. Trying to move from the elbow, we're moving from the shoulder, so move the correct joint. If you find a clunk in there, figure out what you got to do to balance it out so it doesn't do that anymore. You can go slowly, you can go fast. Keep breathing. Opposite direction. Good. We're going to sit back up again. And we're going to switch sides. Oh. So the roller's in your right pocket, your head's on the roller, your right shoulder's on the roller, left shoulder's down, your hips are down. You're going to take that right arm above your head, abs are nice and tight. You're tightening up whatever muscles you need to tighten up to stabilize the shoulder to feel safe doing this motion. Work ranges of motion that you are afraid to do or are scary or crunchy or slightly painful, and figure out what muscles you need to stabilize to get it safe again. You can do big circles, you can do little tight circles, you can work primarily above your head, and as I said on the other side, that's the one you should be working on because we seldom do work over the top of our head. unless you're an electrician. Abs are nice and tight, or trapeze artist. There should be no clunking. If there is, tighten up more muscles. Connect the shoulder back into your body. Shoulder joint's an odd joint because it actually only attaches here. This is called your sternoclavicular joint. It doesn't attach at the shoulder, it floats. Okay, go ahead and sit back up again. The roller now goes behind both shoulder blades. A lot of you are not going to like this. We're going to tip back, that means your head has to tip back. Arms go over the top of your head as you do circles above the top of your head, one arm at a time, trying to match circle for circle, left and right. Notice what it feels like to go into neck extension. That can be quite scary. If you feel scary in your neck, that means you have to tighten your abs and tuck in your shirt because it's showing your belly. Tighten your abs, tighten your abs. It should not be your shoulders and neck working. It should be your abs working, your quads working, your calves working, all the things that pull and stabilize your neck. And that's why most neck problems are not in the neck. They're somewhere else in the body. Okay, then you just slide down the roller until it's under your head like a pillow. And we're just gonna say no. Just say no. Until I tell you to get up, at which point you will say gladly.
No.
No, I don't want you to get in the momentum of saying no. I want you just to practice turning your head left and right. So when I say we're gonna sit up, you guys are gonna just pop right up.
No.
Mari's a terrible audience participant. It's funny, this morning I was out on the back porch doing my seminar via Zoom, and I had to wake Mari up at 6 a.m. and so I called her on the phone, and you know, there's caller ID for one thing. It's my face comes up, but she acted like she didn't know who I was. Like, who is this? What do you want? Okay, good. Go ahead, lift your head up, lay flat back against the ground. See what everything's starting to feel like in those neck and shoulders. I want you to move the roller off to the side for the moment. And now you're gonna put your hands into stick 'em up, Soweto cactus position. You're gonna put your arms 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees at the shoulders, 90 degrees at the elbows. Try to get the back of your hands down. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. Tighten your abs. This in itself is a really great stretch because we spend most of our day holding on to our little smartphones, flexing our heads forwards, or sitting at our desks, typing on our computers, or behind the seat of our car, driving with our steering wheel in front of us with anterior head carriage. This counters it. So keep your abs engaged. Try to flatten out your spine. We're going to do sit-ups here where you just tighten your abs and then release. Tighten your abs, release. Try to close up your rib cage, that's third chakra. Keep your pelvic chakra on, that's first chakra, but don't clench your butt. I know that will be the big temptation. You can fire up your quads for sure, but keep the work out of your butt because we're working the abs. Good. So we're not going to get up too big because no one's going to want to get up too big, and Mario's already on a roll of saying no to me. You're going to put the roller, I'm going to go on the side so you can see me. Mario's going to stay where she is. You're going to put the roller underneath your shoulder like this. Okay? You're going to take your arm and you're going to take it through ranges of motion. Oh, she did not get up at all.
Nope.
Just do ranges of motion. What's really cool here is you can also lift and lower your rib cage to get a rolling motion on it. So the more you pitch back, you're going to get a muscle called the infraspinatus. As you're in the middle, you'll be in teres major, teres minor. As you go even further forward, you can even get your pecs. But just roll and move around that shoulder. We're trying to open up the range of motion on this shoulder. There should be no pain. There should be no crunching or grinding. Oh. Notice if pain refers. It likes to refer into the back of your neck, your jaw, sort of crazy places if the roller contacting the back of your shoulder. Okay, what's really cool, Mario's going to do it. I'm going to flip to the other side. You're just going to roll to your other side. See how Mario's just rolling to the other side? She doesn't even have to get up. I'm going to do it because I, have to see what you're doing out there in video land, in Zoom land. Okay, same thing. Move that shoulder around. Try to get all the crunching and grinding out of there. Ooh, look at that. Mario's got such a cute little butt. And then you could do the ribcage lift lower thing. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Ooh, if you find sore spots, go after them. They shouldn't be there. This will help you with your Latin dancing. You know what was really funny? We were working with dancers this week. You know what dancers do in their free time? They dance. Okay, we're gonna sit back up again. We're gonna roll the shoulders again. This time your hands, there's two options. You can take your hands straight over the top of your head, which I prefer, or if you need neck support, you can interlock your fingers behind your neck. But you're gonna roll out your shoulders. As you roll towards us, your heels go up. As you roll away from us, your toes go up. So heels and toes, which are getting you into walking mechanics. And then you can go on the one shoulder more than the other and just get the soreness out. We have not done this in a long time, so it's good that we do this. Oh. Whoops, running into stuff. It's okay to hear crunching and grinding and popping as your ribs re-articulate, but once they do that, really stabilize with muscles so that stops happening. It's not something we want consistent, and then you can even move your shoulders around. Good, just keep rolling. And then now, roll down the roller. Put it under your head like a pillow, turn your head to left and right. Jaws are relaxed. Okay, go ahead, lift up the roller. And we're gonna do this because it's for the shoulders, even though it won't seem like it. You're gonna straighten your left leg. You can keep your right knee bent. You're gonna bump your hips over to the right. You're gonna go into a spinal rotation to the left. You can put your left hand on top of your right leg. You can even look to your right, but you're gonna breathe. So yesterday we went to the Windward Mall, and for those that live on island, you know what it's all about. But for those that don't live on island, it is one of the funkiest malls you can go to because it's going through mid-COVID crises. A lot of shops are closed and they have pop-ups in there, but one of the things that's really important that still happens there is that they have performances, live entertainment by local dance troops and such. And yesterday there was such a sweet moment as this. You could tell he was special needs. It was a combination hula, hip hop, and muscle pose down dance. And the reception he got from the audience was just beautiful, and it was just really heartwarming to see that the community would reach back to someone that was reaching out so hard. Okay, let's go on to our other side. You're gonna straighten your right leg, straighten out your hips, Bend your left leg, bump your hips over to the left, and then take that left leg across midline. You can put your arm on top of it, keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy. This is still time under tension. But it's really weird to see performers wear masks. I think that's the strangest thing. Yeah, a mime. Or who was that guy in the 80s? What was it? The unknown comedian who wore a paper bag over top of his head. Oh, I wish I hadn't said that. Now I gotta go find an image of that to put on the video. You can turn your head over to the left. Just feel the stretch. See if you can get your abs to stretch, but more importantly, your internal organs. Oh, don't you worry, we're gonna get to those too. So everything we've done so far has been in an effort to open up the shoulders. Okay, come back to neutral. Straighten out your body, straighten out your legs, lay flat back against the ground. Just see what the ground feels like. Notice what it feels like to breathe. Okay. We're gonna come up, you're gonna grab your ball. Are ya? Don't say no, just sit up.
This is Shavasana.
No.
Get up after this.
No Shavasana yet. We will get there, don't you worry. We're gonna roll out our bellies. We have not done this in a long time. So, we have to go over architecture. Where your rib cage comes together is a little thing called the xiphoid process. You're gonna stay off of that xiphoid process. You're gonna be super careful of the floating ribs, and even as it goes to the posterior floating ribs, just be super careful. This is a costochondral articulation, so you're gonna stay off of that. We're gonna take the ball, we're gonna go clockwise, you can go counterclockwise, you can go top to bottom, side to side, you can isolate low, high, but you're just gonna stay off of everything we just mentioned, okay? The way we're gonna do this is we can go in the push-up position, or you can drop your knees down, or you can go onto your elbows. Either way, in any of those positions, the goal is to keep the ball in motion. That's why direction doesn't matter. This is dynamic. You're keeping your abs engaged, and you're rolling out everything in your abdomen. Now, this is important. Sharp pain that you feel in your abdomen is gas. Dull, achy pain is fecal material. Deep, boring pain is blood stagnation or adhesion. Your job is to break all of that up and get it out of there, and just give people warnings if it's getting out of there really quickly. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. See what it's like to have your butt higher than your head, or your head higher than your butt, or level. If you find a super sore spot, you can lean into it for a while, and do smaller circles on it, or you can move around globally. Careful of hair, jewelry, clothing, and drawstrings whenever we work with the equipment, but especially on this one, as I am tucking in my drawstrings and cord to the microphone. Because the ball will gladly rip it off of you. Really try to get it out of your abdomen. Notice how it tightens up other parts of your body, like your jaw, so keep your jaw really relaxed.
Most importantly, keep breathing.
Oh yeah.
When you feel tension, it's easy to hold your breath, but breathe through it.
If you find a sore spot, you can sit on it for a while. Sharp pain is gas, dull, achy pain is fecal material, deep, boring pain is blood stagnation or adhesion. Your job is to break this all up. There should be no pain in your abdomen. Okay, good. We're gonna sit up for a moment. You're gonna come into kneeling. Because now we're going to roll above the diaphragm in the xiphoid process. You're going to roll your sternum out gently, gently, gently over breast tissue, whether you're male or female. You're going to go into the armpits, and minus your microphone, you can even go into your throat. We're going to do it, but we're not going to go into our throats because of our microphones, but you can do this in all fours position. You can put no weight on the ball, you can put a tiny bit of weight, or you can drop a lot of weight, or if you're feeling like you want to get deep into it, you can go on your belly and really roll it out. You can add shoulder range of motion as you roll things out. And you're keeping breathing. You can switch sides whenever, or you can focus on the side that's tighter. Keep breathing. Just see what things feel like. So nothing in the human body is a single function. So as we're doing this, you're rolling out the muscles, yes, but you're also rolling out the organs underneath. So before we were rolling out the intestines, liver, stomach, spleen, pancreas, gallbladder, kidneys indirectly, bladder and reproductive organs. Now you're rolling out your lungs, your heart, your thyroid, your thymus, liver, stomach, spleen, pancreas, gallbladder yet again, but you're also affecting blood flow to your brain as well as lymphatics to your breasts and chest and head. This is why this stuff's important. Okay? And now we're going to work on cervical motion. So you're going to put the ball underneath your chin. You can have your arms out to the side again, and you're just going to say no and yes. Make sure your mouth is closed when you say yes so the ball doesn't go in your mouth. Remember when you used to go to birthday parties and y'all were in your teens and you were doing all your sexual experimenting, but they did the apple passing underneath the chin? This is a warm-up for the apple passing under the chin. Notice if it goes one side better than the other, or in one motion better than the other side, or if one's uncomfortable. Try to make everything feel balanced. Okay, we're going to come out of this by going into child's pose. Hope we didn't drive you crazy with the microphone and the ball. One more stretch before we just kind of take things down. We're going to come back into kneeling. You're going to interlock your fingers. You're going to create that oppositional force that we did at the beginning. You're going to pull apart, and then you're going to lower onto your fingertips onto the ball. Rip apart, and then what we're going to do is our golf swing. You're not going to bend your arms. You're going to go to left and right, or right and left. You're going to keep your arms straight. This will cause your rib cage to rotate. You can also go up and out, or down and in. Try all the different variations as you go side to side. Keep that upper ring on, keep ripping apart your arms. You can even go straight up. Rip apart those arms. This is how much mobility we lose over a lifetime in our upper extremities that we're trying to get back and get it out of our neck. That's the big thing. So just come back into kneeling. We're going to finish out with just a little tiny bit of pelvic floor whirl. Just a tiny bit. Just so you know where it is, so you don't feel like we neglected it. So the ball goes midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Shoulder blades are down and back, and we're just going to squeeze the ball and release. Squeeze the ball and release. You're trying to make that ball into a little cone shape instead of ball shape. Simultaneously, you're tightening your abs, drawing your rib cage in, chest is up, smiles up. Keep your head over the top of the ball. I know it's going to want to go forward, but keep it over the top of the ball. Smiles are up, suck in that tummy. We're just going to do a little twist in this. You're going to rotate to your right. You can put your hand on your sacrum, other hand on your thigh. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up. Suck in your tummy, release. Suck in your tummy, release. So at least you know you can tighten your abs in a rotation. Because it's a behavior that's important. Makes you look good. If you're wearing a bullfighter outfit, suck in your tummy. Okay, we're going to go the opposite direction. Suck in your tummy, shoulder blades down and back. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. Good. Come back to center. We're going to do some spinal flexion. You're going to flex forward. Now your head's coming forward, but then we're going to extend back. Flex forward, extend back. Make sure your lats are working and your abs are working. There should be no point it feels like it's going in the joints of your back. If it is, that means you're not turning muscles on enough. Remember? Okay, and then we're going to go side to side. Now we're doing the peanut stance. So funny, Charlie Brown kept looking for the little red-headed girl. I don't know if you guys remembered that, but if you watch the Peanuts cartoons enough, you'll notice she reoccurs a lot. I don't know why Charlie Brown never found her. Okay, finally, probably most fun, you're gonna lay on your roller lengthwise. Butt's gonna be at one end, head's at the other end. You're just gonna be on top of the roller. Make sure your butt and your head's on the roller. Your feet are parallel, your knees are bent, your shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. You're starting the process of breathing. As you do, make sure your pelvic floor is engaged. Make sure your rib cage is closed and you're moving from your, that's right, second chakra. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. Find your way to your center. Sitting back up, but you're going to stay on your roller. I'm just bringing it home. It's a very interesting time that we're living in. We're hitting the holiday seasons. We don't know whether we're supposed to gather or stay apart. But the important thing is you don't forget how to love just because you can't see somebody. So as you do, connect to your center. Activate your pelvic floor, close up your rib cage. Feel your heart just like engorge with energy as you connect to everyone that you love and realize you're not as isolated as you think. Keep that jaw relaxed. Just be glad for all you have. And see how you're supported in everything you do. And that you have validations to all the wonderful things coming your way through simple things like bird chirps, the wind blowing, the color of the grass, the sound of people's voices, smells on the wind, the tastes, and the visions that we have. Remember to take some time to yourself like this and find meditation, find movement, find the connection so you know where center is, so when you connect and react with people that you love is from a centered place instead of a peripheral place or off balance place. You guys did an amazing job. We appreciate you being here, sharing all your energy, sharing your willingness, sharing your love, sharing your openness. And on behalf of Maria and me, thank you and namaste.